Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for The Media Zone with your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And the chance to win free movie tickets with the Poster Pairs game. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
That's one of those stupid ones. You need to say hello for the spike. The spike.
Right.
Yes.
Welcome to the Media Zone.
We were just discussing a film with an awful ending, but we
Heaven
digress.
Can Wait,
Heaven
which
Can
we
Wait.
did on our Ed and Dave's favorite comedy shows.
We did?
Yeah, you picked that as one of your favorite comedies, except for you didn't like the ending, apparently.
Right. I hated the ending. Stupid ending. Dumb ending. Ending that ruins movies. We should do a show called Endings That Ruin Films. Write it down.
Bad endings.
Because Heaven Can Wait is going to be the top one for me.
We were just coming up with a list of possible subjects we could do for some theme shows. Once in a while we do special shows where we count things down, and we were just coming up with things. If you'd like to see us do any special things, we came up with a show about sequels, film sequels, and TV shows we had in the 80s. We could pick an actor like Clint Eastwood, do all his films. Then the one Dave really wants to do is the films that Dave never saw.
Great
show.
films.
Great.
Great films I've never seen.
Huh.
You do all the Star Wars, all the Indiana Jones. What else? What other franchise haven't I seen?
James Bond, you don't seem to have seen
I've
many
seen Moonraker and Octopussy.
of them. Two of the worst
It's the only ones I've
are the
seen.
ones you've seen. You haven't seen Goldfinger.
No.
Oh,
Oh. Is that with Christopher Lee?
that's Man with the Golden Gun.
Oh, okay.
That's not a great one, but it's got Christopher Lee in it.
Okay.
And Hervé Villechaize. Yeah, we're going to do a tribute to Christopher Lee.
Why? What happened?
This show, I guess. He passed on,
Oh,
Dave.
no. So young, Ed.
You're the one that informed me, by the way, first, even before CNN or whatever. No matter, I don't know where you're getting your thing, but as soon as someone passes on, I get a message, blank dead, coming immediately across the email,
Yeah, I'm right on top of it.
long before anybody finds
I'm on
out.
top of the Death Watch. It's one of the few things I do well.
Yes,
You die, I know.
he knows somehow.
All right, we got movies.
All right, we have Minions tonight, and Gallows, and Selfless.
Not selfless, but self/less
Less.
in stereo.
Let's start with the Minions, who I love the little Minions, Dave.
You mind if I crack open a soda?
Oh, go ahead.
All right, let me get it right near my microphone.
There's quite a read here.
All right, get going.
The story of Universal Pictures and Illumination Entertainment's Minions begins at the dawn of time. Starting as single-celled yellow organisms, Minions evolve through the ages, perpetually serving the most despicable of masters. Continuously unsuccessful at keeping these masters from T-Rex to Napoleon, the Minions find themselves without someone to serve and fall into a deep depression. But one Minion named Kevin has a plan, and he, alongside teenage rebel Stuart and lovable little Bob, ventures out into the world to find a new evil boss for his brethren to follow.
Now, is this rated G?
This is probably rated G.
See, I like these long reads because it kills a lot of time on the clips.
Right.
And then there's not a lot of dead space.
That's why I'm not cutting the reads down as much now. Just to fill the, and now you always say
Talk to me on the next show when I've got one that's like 4 words.
Now this one I do believe is longer than 2.5 minutes.
Oh, no. Why?
Because look at the little Minions getting frisky with the fire hydrant, Dave. You didn't see any of the Despicable Me films.
There was more than one?
There was two of those.
There was two?
There were two of
Put it
those.
on the list of great films I've never seen.
Great films. Now this is the one film I've seen both of them in the theater. In 3D.
Uh-huh.
See, this 3D I like because it's bright. It's bright cartoon images, and the 3D isn't as bad or disturbing for some reason.
So you won't see like a Jurassic World in 3D.
I don't think the producer says you should see that one. Were there a lot of dark scenes in that you lose the 3D? Of course, I'm sure it wasn't shot in 3D. It was converted, but he says it didn't bother him at 2 hours or whatever. Woo! The good thing about the Minions not being a Disney, look at this.
This might be PG.
I think it's PG at the very least, because this is not Disney. Red band. This is not Disney, so there's a little suggestive things the Minions are up to sometimes, Dave. They're a little naughty at times.
As you may know, it is clearly time to cut the grass.
I don't know if the folks are here.
They probably can't hear that, but someone's outside the studio cutting the grass. Don't we have the big light flashing quiet on the set?
I wonder if you can pick that up. We'll note that. Make note during the Minions clip.
Oh. Is that something we can buy on the Cafe Press?
I think we can now.
Media's own thong?
There we go. The Minions are
It's
fun.
a cute looking film, but I still don't want to see it.
You don't?
No.
Usually at the end during the credits, the Minions come out into the audience at you, Dave, and put boards out there and they climb out. It's a lot of fun at the end.
That would be in 3D.
In 3D, yeah. I can't remember a lot of the other films would have. They don't do a lot of the 3D stuff flying out at you, but at the end they do.
I want to see in 3D that great film, Coming at Ya.
Oh, jeez. The spaghetti western
Spaghetti
in 3D?
Western. Coming at Ya. All right, let's move on. The Gallows.
Ooh.
I'm going to read really slow because there's not a lot of words on this
Huh.
one. This stars Cassidy Gifford. I think this is Pfeiffer Brown and Ryan Shoes. or Shoes. Or Shoes.
I'd change that name if I were Ryan Shoes.
Shoes.
S-H-O-O-S.
That could be shoes. That could be shoes. Shoes. I don't know. 20 years after a horrific accident during a small-town school play, students at the school resurrect the failed show in a misguided attempt to honor the anniversary of the tragedy, but soon discover some things are better left alone.
Now that one they got to hear.
Yeah, that is.
Right by the Cable 2000 window.
The Cable 2000 window, is that what we're
The
calling it
studio
now?
window. There's
Also known as producer's basement. Or a fire hazard.
Now the Minions were just playing on a gallows, but now we got a film.
Now, is this another one of these handheld camera things?
Scared the living.
I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
Whoa.
So scary it's hard to watch.
Wow.
That's already, the trailer's hard to watch.
Do you think they can live up to these high praise? And who are saying that? There's no quote of any kind.
Joel Siegel.
Saying these things.
Is he still alive? Joel Siegel?
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah.
Who died? Was it Gene Shalit?
No,
I
he's
thought,
still around.
for some reason, I thought Joel Siegel died.
Huh. What are they? They're trapped in a school? Is that what, a theater?
Oh, they're trying to resurrect the failed show, misguidedly, because apparently the show had some kind of tragic event, and their spirits refusing to let the play go on.
Yeah, I hope it's not a found footage.
Well, it's not necessarily
Camera.
a found footage one, but it's a handheld. You know what I mean? Like someone's just
Yeah.
filming as they're doing that, and that's so annoying. Damn that Blair Witch for starting that trend.
They made a ton of dough. That. You ready for the jump here?
In 3D, when her eyes bug out, that'll be awesome. I'd see that.
Yeah. Remember they did that in Friday the 13th 3D.
Oh, yeah.
Where Jason squeezed the head. And speaking of Jason, we have another
Aren't they
person.
remaking that? Or are they remaking Halloween again?
Halloween it was. Halloween Returns. What was the name of it? I don't know if it's related to that or the original. No word yet. It was just announced that Halloween Returns or something. Bad title is coming back. It's good to see your horror friends back.
William Shatner mask. Moving on. Next film.
One more film. This is that Selfless.
Is it a big read?
That's a moderate read, we'll call it.
Shall we talk about something else before we get into it? No. Oh, it's got a real actor in it, though.
Ryan Reynolds.
No.
Not that one. Matthew Good.
No.
Ben Kingsley.
There you go.
An extremely wealthy man dying from cancer undergoes a radical medical procedure that transfers his consciousness into the body of a young, healthy man.
Stupid.
But all is not as it seems when he starts to uncover the mystery of the body's origin and the organization that will kill to protect its cause. Rated PG-13.
Is this somehow, in any way, slightly like the Transcendence film that Johnny Depp did recently? Wasn't he like his brain or mind put into a computer or something?
Yeah, he went into a computer. This one, he's going into some mysterious man.
He's going into Ryan Reynolds.
And of course, in Face Off, they traded John Travolta's face for who was the
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
I don't know which trade I would like.
Uh-oh. Someone is disrobing here.
You might want to buy this film for $4 to see that nude scene. I recently read that, I don't know if it's an Italian or French doctor or someone, said he is close and he feels he has a 90% chance of successfully doing a human head transplant. I don't know who would want that.
Well, maybe a butterface. You could take the good body. You know how some girls have the good body but the bad face? And some have the bad body but the good face?
Okay.
You could put ones that match together. You could have an old bad one and an old good one.
You are a very crude, evil human being, Ed.
Well, I'm just saying
Everyone.
practical uses
You want
for
to know
this
something,
head
Ed?
transplant.
My feeling is
What's that?
everyone is beautiful in their own way.
Everybody's beautiful. Who was that, Mac Davis?
I don't know. Look it up, people.
Well, there you go. Does that look interesting?
Was it Ray?
That wasn't Ray Stevens.
I think it was Ray Stevens.
Normal hit.
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah.
Because then he did The Street, didn't he?
Oh, yes, they call him the street. Woo!
Look at that, look at that. Fastest thing on 2 feet.
They don't do songs like that anymore.
No. Now they're all killing people.
There's no novelty songs. Well, most of
Weird
them,
Al Yankovic, isn't there?
Yeah, most of the songs are novelty songs anyway.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on here?
DVD releases?
DVD releases.
These are
Let's
films
see.
you can go out and get this week, people.
Right.
Or you can get this TV series.
Now,
262 episodes. Holy crap.
I just bought the individual seasons,
Uh-huh.
which weren't that much. They were $5. I have to do the math here, if you can do. I don't know how many seasons there were, but this is only $30 for the entire run.
There's 11 seasons.
Okay, do the math.
$55.
Yeah, okay, you're saving money. I should have waited a minute. I could have got the whole series there.
I
From
actually
11
watched the
seasons.
first few years of that.
Oh, yeah.
But then, again, like all shows, peters out after about 3 years.
Did it peter out?
Yeah.
Christina Applegate always kept you entertained there.
Sure. We did this film?
I believe we did this one, and it came and went almost immediately from the theaters.
All right, so something's creepy with her because her eyes are a little off.
Yeah, it's a creepy film, but
Is she like some kind of a spirit, a ghost?
I'm seeing a little witch thing up in the G of the Maggie.
Oh, is that what you're seeing?
Yeah,
Okay.
no clue.
Nice hairpiece, though.
On who?
On Schwarzenegger.
No, he doesn't have a hair.
That's not his hair. His hair doesn't look that good.
Oh, no. Now, to get yourself prepared for the Joe Dirt sequel,
There's a sequel to this?
which is showing up on, where is it, Netflix or somewhere?
Oh, God.
Direct to Netflix, Dave. You can watch the original. Has anybody seen Joe Dirt?
I have.
Is it good? No.
No.
Did it have a lot of nice 70s, 80s songs in it, though? I saw the
I don't
tail end.
remember.
Nobody remembers. They just remember it was bad, apparently.
See, this is the film that I watch as opposed to, say, the Indiana Jones.
You can watch a nice
Star Wars.
Indiana Jones, but you saw Joe Dirt.
I saw Joe Dirt, and it wasn't like I purposely said, "Oh, I got to watch this on tonight." It happened. I'm flipping through. It's on. I'm cleaning the house. You leave it on, and that's how you see it. And that's why you don't remember much about it. Roller Boogie. That was just on.
No.
One of the movie channels.
You're
it was on.
kidding.
1 star.
1 star
Roller
was.
Boogie.
But it was Linda Blair in the 70s roller craze
Yes.
for all of 3 months.
That's
And there
right.
were 2 roller disco movies. I can't remember the other one. But I know this one is the one that had Major Don West from Lost in Space was in there.
Don't get this film confused with Boogie Nights.
No,
You're in for a shock if you pick Boogie Nights and go, "Oh, it's that fine roller."
Oh, well, there was a girl, roller girl in
Yes.
Boogie Nights.
Heather Graham, I
Yeah.
think? Who left nothing to the imagination. The Crimson Cult.
Well, here's Christopher Lee we might get to in a minute.
Neither one of those are him, are they? No.
Boris,
Boris is
I
on the
think
right.
he's sort of on the left in a very crude depiction.
That's an awful depiction if that's supposed to be Christopher Lee.
Do you remember this one?
Nope, never heard of it.
There are some nice devil worshipping scenes. And I remember it must have been about 10. I can't remember if it was Channel 6 or maybe that other Channel 6 we picked up from Amsterdam. But they showed this late at night, uncut.
Oh, no.
And there was a woman, derriere was shown, and I was exposed to this. This is all we had.
We're going back to our porn talk of last week?
Right. We had to wait for a station to show an uncut film by mistake to get anything, to get even a bear behind.
And then you only got a little hiney.
That's it.
Is this ain't, what's his name, is it?
This is Deranged.
Who's the director there? Dario Argento? Is that him or no?
No, this is the one that is based on Ed Gein.
Oh.
And this was the guy who later turned out to be the old man in the Home Alone film.
Oh, who died last year, I believe.
Yes. And he was the deranged killer in this one.
And wasn't Psycho sort of Ed Gein-ish?
Right, it was
It's
sort of
based
based
on
on that, yep.
I prefer to call it Ed Gein. Oh, here's another TV series I've never seen.
Oh, Dave, the classic comedy of Barney Miller.
Never saw it.
The final season, so I'm going to wait on this one.
Till you get them all?
So the entire thing comes out for $30 in 6 months.
Hal Linden. Jack Sue. Did
Yeah,
he
there's
die
some-
during that, Jack Sue?
He did. One of the detectives died.
Abe Vigoda, who's apparently been dead 4 or 5 times, but yet is still alive, isn't he?
He's still alive.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Steve Landesberg and Ron Carey.
Geez, Dave.
But I've never seen the
Dave knows all
episode.
the detectives.
I do know a lot about TV series that I've never seen.
I watched most of those, I believe. Okay, remember Fish was spun off into his own failed series.
Called Fish.
Fish.
But I just remember I don't know who played his wife, but whenever
Yeah.
she called his name,
Bernice.
Fish!
Character actress Bernice. Maybe we'll do our Christopher Lee tribute, Dave.
No, do that. Do I have time to just sit back and enjoy?
Why not?
We don't have to talk over, do we?
Sure.
Oh, you
well,
can.
we're just showing a scene from Dracula,
Oh.
his most famous of roles,
Oh, please.
which wasn't his favorite.
No, Christopher Lee would be very upset that you're showing this.
This is the only one I could grab on my way out of the house this morning.
He's he said he was not a horror icon, a horror legend, a horror film actor.
He liked The Wicker Man and one other film where he played a historical character.
That would be the Pakistan.
Yeah.
Jinal, something like that, whatever.
But TCM ran a whole day a week or so ago of Christopher Lee films. And whoever was the genius picking the films picked the 2 films he was barely in, the 3 Musketeers and the 4 Musketeers. But we also saw the classic Dracula, the original Dracula he was in.
Was it called Horror of Dracula?
Horror of Dracula here.
Yes.
But
That's my favorite vampire film, I will say, or Dracula film.
Yeah, and it was even better. I just got a UK print on Blu-ray, Dave, which includes scenes that were cut out. Because we're going to see it here where he starts to decay, and they're quick cuts. There was another, which you saw the picture of here and there, of his actual face with the makeup on it decaying, which was cut out of the film, but they found it in a rare Japanese laser disc or something. So they put it back in there. Leave it to those Japanese. That's why you save all your prints.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Even that was good. They left that in, but they cut his face out for some reason. This was the first one, and then Frankenstein, right? See, there was another couple shots of him in there they cut out.
There's that fine actor Peter Cushing.
Oh, and the woman is restored this time. Oh, look, there's Michael Gouge.
Is it Gouge or Gough?
From Alfred the Butler from the Batman there.
Oh, it's Michael. I prefer to say it's Michael Gouge from Conga.
Right.
Or House of Wax.
Peter Cushing from numerous Hammer films. I'll write that down for a show we can do.
And Star Wars.
Right.
As was Christopher Lee.
We should do Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing films. They don't have to be Hammer. Right. Christopher Lee was even in Airport 77. We could include that one.
I like the couple of the Peter Cushing Frankenstein films.
Right. I like, and a lot of people hate this one, but The Evil of Frankenstein, which is the one we saw all the time on Channel 10, with George Layton would be...
Was as Frankenstein?
Tonight, no, as the voiceover guy from Channel 10.
Is he still alive?
No, I don't think so. Tonight on TV 10, they'd have the still there. Peter Cushing in The Evil of Frankenstein after the TV 10 news.
TV 10 action news.
Action news. There was no action of any kind in that. They were getting their news on Super 8 film. And remember they had at one time you had I think it was actually 16 millimeter. They'd shoot the news on. They'd have to rush it back to the studio and develop it.
Oh. Yeah. Now we just got babe after babe on all these channels.
A lot of babes, and nobody knows when the camera's cutting to them. They're looking. Right.
Or you see them, and they shake their head, they start talking, and then the other person starts talking at the same time. There's a delay. They think that the other person's waiting for them to talk, but they actually haven't finished their sentence yet, so they start talking. Yeah. Why is there such a delay? I don't understand that. Do you, Ed?
I don't get it, Dave. But I get this. It's time to give away some free movie tickets, if we can, Dave. If we have a match. Mm-hmm. If we spin the wheel. Mm-hmm. Even more. Mm-hmm. So what do the folks have to do?
I'm sorry, I was a bit of a delay there. It's the Poster Pairs game where you have sent in 2 numbers from 1 to 6. And if we select your entry and we reveal the 2 numbers that you've given us and the posters match, you win 2 free movie passes. If you write spin the wheel, then we will spin a wheel. And you can win up to 10 tickets. At the prices these days, folks, that's a $150 value.
We're going to find out how much they are tomorrow because you ain't got any free passes.
I don't know. Can you put it on your credit card? Because I may have to charge it.
I think you can.
All right.
From your StubHub or your Ticket Hub or whatever you do.
Whatever.
You know, we've been doing a lot of behind the scenes lately. If we have to spin the wheel tonight, you're going to see what's on the other side of the wheel that I'm just noticing over here. Let's see.
It's Pamela Bara Harder, 2 and 4.
Now, she writes in every week, and I think she's the one that includes a little illustration with her entry.
Does she?
You're not required to do that.
But it helps, doesn't it? It gives you first dibs on big picks.
Right.
2 and 4.
2 and 4. Oh, didn't we have this up here last time?
Oh, maybe.
And it wasn't down here last time.
Last
so
time
maybe it's here now.
Coal Shack last time. Let's
it's got to be the Monsters or the other one, whatever it was. Right here, Dave.
It's got to be a match. It's got to be a match.
Oh! It's the other one. So this was here last week, I remember.
Yes.
Like my concentration. Remember that game where you had to turn things
And by
over?
last week, you mean a half hour ago.
Well, in our real time. And can you solve this rebus? Where are all my rebuses? We should bring that back.
Is it rebuses or rebuy?
Rebuses, I think.
Is that okay? All right.
Remember we had the game where somehow we pulled pieces
Yes.
off, and there was my illustration under there?
I think would have been perfect for that game would be your illustration of the man bending over with the, with the gas pump.
That was Mr. Price Chopper, the...
Yes, the upside down triangular
Right.
logo.
I want to know which genius at the Price Chopper Studios came up with a triangle with no eyes.
Anyway, if you want to enter the, whatever that game was, poster pairs game, MediaZone95@gmail.com. That's MediaZone95@gmail.com. Just send in 2 numbers from 1 to 6, and if we select your entry and we reveal the 2 numbers and they match, you win 2 free movie passes. And if you spin the wheel, you can win up to 10 tickets. Let me show you. I'll prove it right now. There you go. 1 chance to win 10, 2 chances to win 6, 2 chances to win 4. You can read it.
It's right there for anybody that can read.
Man, why do I bother saying it all the time?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's
But I'm
see.
wondering, you know the Price Chopper, the guy does the barbecue song? I
Yeah.
haven't seen him.
I think he's...
Is he still alive?
I think he passed on.
And they're just using his...
But his voice lives on.
It does.
And,
Let's fire it up! Have some fun! The Price Chopper, the grilling #1.
speaking of #1, that damn Price Chopper in the the best of the Capital Region. It's a lovely magazine this year, though, Dave. And it's
Especially with this Post-it note on it.
Right, that's to save that for this bit here.
Ugh. There you go.
And we know the real reason why Price Chopper comes in #1. Because
massive ad.
they're willing to spend for the giant 2-page ad.
We're grateful.
And geez, if you're going to fill up 2 pages, come up with something a little more creative than a bunch of apples there.
Well, enjoy Price Chopper because
Are they
soon enough will
cherries?
be Market 32 or whatever
yeah.
they're changing.
The first one is opening up very soon, Dave.
Is it? Where?
So we'll have to go visit. Nowhere near
I'm not
us.
visiting that. Do not go out of my way to go to that store.
No, I go into that Market Bistro under protest when I don't feel like going across the street to the Hannaford. And sometimes I curse myself for not going over there.
That's right. That Market Bistro is very close to you
Right.
in your area of residence.
I have not, I'm glad to say, bought anything from the Market Bistro area
No?
because we have that lovely Firehouse sub across the street
Oh, nice.
with real ones and not whatever is depicted
What?
in the display there.
Can you go to the doctor at Firehouse Sub?
No, I can't, but I can at Price Chopper.
Right.
And you might have to after eating those subs. All right, the next time it's Ant-Man is coming, Dave.
Oh, wow.
Ant-Man will
What is
be
it?
here next. That's the Marvel superhero.
Is he a tiny little ant?
It was third tier on the Marvel schedule, but we're bringing him out in a film.
right.
So we'll do that next week and 3 other ones. Wow,
Ooh.
big week next week for some reason. And don't forget, happy 4th of July a few days ago. MediaZone.org. Open. We'll do that next time. Open Stage Media. We have things on there. We'll go into that next time.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. We'll do that next time.